So hello, how is everybody doing today? I'm gonna give this a few minutes to happen, but today I'm going to attempt replacing this radio. Not sure I'm gonna be able to, but we'll give it a go. That radio there. And the reason I'm changing it is because this car here is an import. It's an import from Japan. It's a Mazda MPV, and it's getting cold. But apart from that, the radio is in Japanese, so I want to get it out and then see if I can swap it for this one. But this is just a second-hand one that came out of another car, so I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Right. So, to remove this radio, this whole panel can come out. You need to get it out, but you need to unplug a few things from here. So, not a difficult one. We have to pull it from here, and the whole thing comes out. Just like that. And once this is out, we can unplug it from behind. I don't think we need to unplug everything, but definitely a few things. It looks like I have to unplug everything. Hang on a minute. Maybe I can bring this down here. Right. If I can put that to one side, then we have access to the radio there. How is everybody doing today anyway? Today, this cloudy Monday morning. Right, now I need to remove these Phillips screws here in order to get that out. I I don't think I have my Phillips screwdriver, but I have this flathead screwdriver that just about fits anyway. What I really need to check is the connections behind the radio. If it's going to be a straight swap or it's going to be a bit of a nightmare of a swap. Anyone good at installing radios out there? Well, this is an old car. This is a 2007 car, so it shouldn't be too dramatic. But obviously, you never know. As long as we can connect the power, speakers, and that kind of thing, then we can have a radio going. But just gonna take a photo of the back so I don't forget how things go. Just in case I don't do the swap today. Sometimes you can buy wiring. I mean, I can already see the wiring here. It's different, so I just want to get some out. Every connection is different. I never find two connections that are, well, no, that's not true. I do find them similar, but why do they make them so different? Sometimes I'm not entirely sure. Okay. Right. Problem is we might not know what some of these are doing, so But the thing is that in Japan, the systems are slightly different, so we don't really need so many connections. One out. Zones. I need to remove that as such. So this yellow wire here must be the rear view camera for reversing. But I don't know. Oops. Don't crack the windscreen. Right, so that is out. Now I need to also figure out if this mounting bracket is going to fit on this other radio. It looks like it might fit on it. To be honest, it's all very random. This radio here, I got it from I've got this radio from another car, from a Ford Mondeo actually. Now I guess to a certain degree Ford and Mazda of this era had similarities. so I think I may not need that, but okay, so this is the power and speakers and whatnot, and that's different from what I have here. I think. Because they wire this into one of these, which is very common on German cars, this type of connection. One, two, three, we have 4. So because this also has a GPS system for maps, And so that does this other radio. It's just a matter of seeing how it's going to work. Any electricians out there? So that there is the original plug for the car. This is an added, but I may need this, to be honest. Let's see if this is going to. This should fit in there. Anyway, it's actually this way. Right. Have to separate the speakers. Usually 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I can identify the speakers here. Usually they are 2 wires like the same color. So like the, I don't know. Maybe a bit difficult to see there, but we have 2 white colors, 2 white wires there, 2 green ones, 2 purple ones. So all of those are speakers. And then we have power, earth, memory, and this is just the lightning, but don't normally need that. All this wiring stuff is a bit messy. I don't know what you guys think. You guys into wiring? I haven't fitted a radio for a while. Well, the last radio I fitted was on another import, and it was a bit of a job as well, to be honest. But these days I don't. Where's the? These days I don't really do radio installations, because every car comes with its own type of radio. Whereas 20 years ago, you could replace the radio in your car for a Kenwood Pioneer, add speakers. It was a big thing, right? If you were into cars in that era. 90s, in the 90s. Where is this? Maybe I should be using gloves here because this is very sticky. And then your hands end up very sticky. Right. Right, this is a bit confusing here. Right, so I'm gonna guess that this is an earth, this is a power supply. This green one here, I'm not entirely sure. And these other three here, I don't think these are speakers. I think the speakers are these ones down here. And since this other radio has its own GPS, we might not need some of these wires. Anyway, it's a bit of a mess. I see. Oh, these are connected here. cut some wires. I also have that to measure the voltage. Just gonna check it. Yeah. Right, so the red is definitely positive, and the black is negative. Which is one of the basic connections we want. So I've just cut the speakers, which I am going to wire to my connector here. Have to peel all the wires now. Just another 100 hours of work. I really need to get those pliers that you can easily just you press and cut the and peel the wire easily, isn't it? That's why I really need one of those. To look into that. It's also lunchtime, so I'm hungry. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, guys. I've got loads of videos out there, hundreds of videos, thousands actually, on lots of different makes and models of cars. Most likely you can find one of your car in one of my videos. There are certain cars I don't do, certain makes, because obviously I'm in the UK, so I don't come across certain makes, but I usually do any, well, I do VW, Mini, BMW, Mercedes, clearly Mazda, Toyota, Audi, Honda, Ford. Not many Fords. I don't really come across many Fords either. Mhm. Right, I'm just in the process of peeling all of these. I mean, I'm just cutting everything, obviously, just in case I can't get the other radio working, so I can reconnect everything the way it was. So I'm cutting things in a way that they can be, everything can be rewired. Right, we have 8 speaker wires there. Right. Where? I don't know. Let's call this number back. Right. I just had a phone call, which was a nonsense phone call anyway. I think. Live streaming. I'm just going to try. Okay. I hope I can get this going. I suppose if you had a wired diagram for the radio, for the car's radio, you would know exactly what each cable is for. So I have this car for sale at the moment. So the person just calling me is for this car. And now I need to get my act together and try to get this radio going. If possible. Actually, these 3 wires here. As long as we can get the radio going, that will be good. The rest of the car is good. Unplug here, unplug, unplug, unplug. Oh, I should send him my postcode. That's what he wanted. Right. Send my postcode to him. So he's interested to look at the car tomorrow. Maybe. definitely want to finish this installation today and be done with it. But what I want to see is if there is actually any life going in here. Where is my earth connection? It's okay. That is connected to that. There isn't that many wires on this thing compared to the amount of wires coming out of this one. I mean, it's not that many either, but it's more. Anyway, let's see how we get on here. Right, this is happening, this is happening. I am getting there. I need to peel all of this now. It's a long process. Is everybody working today or relaxing at home? What are you guys up to? Or where are you located? Are you guys in the UK or the US? Or I had a few people from the US the other day, last Saturday, when I was doing installation for a camera on a Mini. And the guy was an electrician. He really helped me, actually. He actually helped me do the wiring. Well, not so much the wiring, but how to route the cable through the car. It was really helpful. So it does help being online when you're doing something. Sometimes you never know who knows what. But to be honest, the car business is a little bit dead. So we do car sales. I do car sales here, but the market is really dead. I've got a few cars that I think people need finance and whatnot, and I don't do finance, but clearly shows that it's hard times, basically. That's what I'm saying. It's hard times for everyone. It's scary to open the news now, isn't it? If you want to watch the news, you don't know what is gonna be next out there. Got 2 more here. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, if you want to. Okay. Those there are the speaker wires. I have my speakers here. I'm gonna do some quick joinings so I can test the system, make sure it's working. So did everyone have a good weekend? My weekend was okay. Actually, yesterday I didn't do anything. Saturday I was working. I was working on a Lexus RX 400H. To be honest, it needed a good clean. It had some green mold in it. It was parked for about a month and a half without using. And I have a feeling I caught a bit of a cold or something from it. Or I inhaled something. Because then Sunday I woke up with a cold, with like a sore throat and a bit of a cold, not feeling too well. But then again, if you didn't know, I had a kidney transplant 10 years ago. No, I had 2 kidney transplants. The first one I had was in 1993, which lasted a while. It didn't last too long. It lasted about 10 years, but I had a lot of issues with it, a lot of health issues. And then I needed a second transplant, which then I had in 2006, which was a live donor transplant. It was from my brother. and I've been doing much better ever since. But obviously I take immunosuppressants and things like that. So okay, we got this done. These are just speaker wires, by the way. I hope. Gonna cover them up in a minute so they don't interfere. And then I have this earth wire here. If I can have life and sound, I will be happy. Right, I'm just going to cover that so we don't have any short circuits. Later, may have to, I may use soldering iron really to get this together, but just in the meantime, I don't want any dramas. Okay, that is that. This is my. So we'll have to see. Sometimes the red wire is power, but this red wire comes on with ignition, and in some cars. In some cars, the red power that comes with ignition is sometimes yellow, and it goes with the yellow. But sometimes it's red, and you have to connect it to the yellow. But first, I'm gonna do red and red, yellow and yellow, and then because what happens is the memory. One of these keeps the memory of the stations and whatnot. Okay, I just want to quickly see if this is going to power up or not. Okay, let's connect that there. Okay, we have life. What we don't have is an aerial. I don't know what CD. If we have radio, but we don't because I don't know which. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. We got power. It's working. Great news. You can like my video, by the way. Just kidding, you don't have to. All right, so I am going to well, I haven't got an iPod, and I have a feeling. Hang on. No, there's nothing there, but it does play DVDs. This radio it's a good one actually. The question would be, let me see actually if I obviously it's not going to capture anything because I haven't got an aerial, right? I have to do that. The aerial in this car, it's this one here, but the previous car didn't have one of these. So thanks for the likes, by the way. So I wonder which of these connections was the antenna for the car. It has to be one of these two here, or even, no, not the green one, but this one or this one, but possibly this one here. Oh, shit. Okay, well, now that I know it works, I'm going to disconnect this mount. I can connect it to the other one. I'm gonna need a Phillips screwdriver. I shouldn't get ahead of myself. I really should work out if the I should work out if the which cable is the aerial. That's what I need to do. I'm gonna get a Phillips screwdriver. The Mazda MPV is actually a nice car. It's just it's a 7-seater. No, not that one. Which can actually be an 8. It's actually an 8-seater if you really wanted to. This Clarion radio is a nice radio. Unfortunately, it's just in Japanese. It's not much use to me here, obviously, because you can't tune stations from... you can't tune UK stations. That is the problem. Right, I think that is going to fit there. Maybe. There. A minute. We might have a problem. see. Okay. I hope it fits there. My mounting bracket. So this car had so this stereo, as I was saying, it came out of a Ford Mondeo, and it was obviously fitted. It was it had a very nice system actually. I actually had to scrap that Mondeo because it was a diesel version, and because it was diesel, I couldn't really use it in London, unfortunately. But it had a very nice stereo system connected to another 2 DVD screens at the back and whatnot. But obviously I think somebody fitted it, and that's why this is got all these other this extra stuff here. Okay, it looks like this is going to work out. So now I need to find which one of these. I mean, this thing here might be the aerial. Yep, that there is the aerial. Happy days. Just want to get some connectors to see if they fit my plugs here. Okay, that fits in there. But what I haven't, oh, well, it's okay. We can connect this here. Okay. So at the moment, I am assuming red goes with red and yellow goes with yellow. But like I was saying before, sometimes they just have to be opposite. But I can unplug them and reconnect them. But we'll see how it goes in a minute. Use here. Okay. Right. I just wanna. I was just thinking that people who make stereos should just make them in a way that you can change the frequencies, right? And the language. So if I was if this radio had the in the menu just the language replacement change, language change and frequency change, then you wouldn't have to replace it, because it's a bit of a waste, isn't it? Now I have to dispose of this radio, and it's a perfectly good working radio. So in some imports like BMWs and things, if you have the software for coding and whatnot, you can actually change the region and that kind of thing. But it can be a bit difficult on all their models, or you really have to know how to use the coding. Otherwise, it can be bit dramatic. You can really mess up the car as well with the coding. I did one time. I didn't mess it up. I did change the region and the language in one car. I managed to do it, but it was a lot of research and whatnot. So if you really get into it, you can do it. If you really do the research and you get into the programming of the car and whatnot. So there is a lot of BMW enthusiasts out there that do that kind of thing. I don't have enough time sometimes. But anyway, as I was saying, would be good if the radio makers would just make the radios where you can change the frequency and language in an easy way, not complicated way. At the end of the day, it's just a small radio which doesn't have much electronics inside. It's like a little computer, isn't it? Right, let's see. We got that there. I'm gonna put that there. Oh, can I put it here? What time is it, guys? Well, here is, oh my god, it's 3 o'clock. Definitely need I definitely need lunch. Right, so if this works, I'm going for lunch. You can join me at lunch, can't you? Okay, I'm going to remove this other bit of mount here. I just have a bit of time off today to do this because tomorrow I have a service. I'm gonna be doing a Volvo. And then I may not have time to do this tomorrow, so but if I finish it today, and if that person decides to come tomorrow, then at least the car is ready to be seen. The good thing about this car is that if you are in London, it is a ULEZ compliant one, luckily. 2007 model. It is a petrol one, so it's the diesel versions that have suffered most with the ULEZ situation. What do you guys think about the ULEZ situation if you're in London? Obviously, if you're in another country, I'm pretty sure you have your own rules as well on emissions and whatnot. Right, let's see how we get on with this now. Again. Okay, that's plugged in. Oops. I just want to get the aerial in there. Okay. And all of this is going to fit nicely in there. So let's try again. And I'm just getting the car started so I don't kill the battery. Yeah, that's working okay. I can't really put the music because YouTube is going to detect a copyright on that, so but it is working good. And I wonder if this has... I'm pretty sure it had a GPS built in it. I just don't remember how to access it. Audio, DVD. iPod. It's got the plugins for the iPod. The one thing I didn't plug in is the camera for the reverse. That's something I have a feeling that this cable here is for the reverse. It's rather short. But I don't know if the wiring... I don't really know if the reverse was wired onto the stereo or not, but I can only see that by plugging it in. Okay, it's not raining. Okay, I really wonder how you would access... well, I'm gonna try the reverse now. So that's not coming on, and that's most likely because there is some of these cables were connected to the radio to operate the reverse camera. But that's something I'll have to figure out another time. As long as I have a radio, I'm happy here. And Oh, here's the nav. Let's see if that. I mean, it's working because it's showing me I am in the middle of nowhere, which is true. But the only thing is, at the end of the day, this system is, this came from a 2004. So it would be that old. But it is detecting, this is pretty much where I am. So it's not wrong in this area, sort of Barnet, Watford. It is run by Garmin, this one. Not that I'm trying to sell you one, obviously. These days, to be fair, I use my phone. Don't use this radio much. Anyway, this isn't GPS information. So this here, this is the antenna for the GPS. I have to just put it somewhere outside or run it through the back and put it somewhere on the side or something. That is something that I would have to do, really. Okay, well, so far we have good news. There is a USB slot as well, somewhere here, this one. You can plug in your USB stick, play music and whatnot. TV, you can wire it, that you would have to wire the cables for TV. It's got Bluetooth. Well, that would be interesting. You would need the speaker for the Bluetooth. However, what I wanted to do is, so the radio is in 95.8 at the moment. I didn't want to do that. I'm trying to save a station, basically. But I don't remember how to save stations. Right. Question is, if I switch off the ignition and switch it back on, is the same station going to come back? That is the memory stuff that I was talking about. whether the radio is keeping the memory. If it's not, then sometimes you have to swap the red and yellow cables at the back. So that's come back. So it might be okay. Okay, so the good thing about the this radio is that it's very easy to remove. So anything I have to do later, any rewiring or whatever, it can easily be done. So what I wanted to check was these cables. And this one here. This is the GPS. So just taking it out so I can. I had this stereo in my cupboard for a long time. Oh, hang on a minute. Well, that other one fits in it, so that might be okay. Because there is, the other radio already had a GPS. So that went in. Interesting. Oh, this is the other, this blue cable here is, it says antenna contact. And I think that is the same that they had on this connection here, which would be that. Which we could connect potentially. Not that it didn't seem to be needed as such. But I did have another. The question is, one of these must have been a camera or that kind of thing. That's the nation. I wonder if I. So this is the other stereo, the back, which doesn't really have much information here, unfortunately. I can't really tell. what is what. It's also starting to really freeze out there. Oh, that's not gonna fit in there. Okay. Well, that's a shame. I may not be able to have that reverse camera going from here. This is actually this cable here. I could connect it, but since there is a camera already, we could wire something else altogether to have it working. Anyway, I think for now we got something. I've got something working, and I am happy with that. So the thing is, in Japan they have this system as well that runs it's like an automatic payment system when they go to certain areas. Okay, that goes there, and I'm going to need all these wires. This here is the USB, which, I mean, if there was, we could bring it to the glove box area somehow. Okay, that's it there. Right, so far so good. Fit it all back. I can go and have some dinner lunch. Not that I'm going to skip dinner. I'll still have dinner. I love food. Perfect. That's come out looking good. Let's just make sure this is working as well. Well, this works up here, and there is a actually the time is 3:40, so, and the radio is come back to 1062 after I left it off that while, so it's working. Oh, let's see. I wanted to see the Navi. It seems to be picking up some GPS signal, so that means the antenna that I connected to the back seems to be working okay. So there we are. We have a system working. This, by the way, this button here used to operate another camera that's on the mirror in this car. So that camera on the mirror sort of shows you the side, the front wheel, that kind of thing. Which obviously now it doesn't. Anybody needs a stereo in Japanese? If you do, let me know. If you don't, I'll have to dispose of this anyway. I'm actually happy that I can use this radio that has been lingering in my room for a long time, and it can actually have a life. Obviously, be good for someone. Otherwise, I was this close to getting rid of it, because you can't really accumulate millions of things, can you? This is, I wanted to set the clock here. And the time is 13:45. Oh, God. Not 13, sorry, 15:45. Probably 46 by now. Right, I'm gonna tidy up a little bit and I'll be back. And you guys, if you're still free and available, join me for lunch. Dinner lunch. Okay, let's put all this away. Did everyone have lunch by now? I am so hungry now. Problem is, it's not good to eat your meals very close together, is it? Right. And having one of these is always essential, by the way, when you're doing cars or any electrical kind of work in your car or motorbike or whatever. Obviously measure voltage and whatnot. I don't know if I can add, but when this video is finished, I will add some affiliate links below if I can with some of these things. You can have a look. They are affiliates, but it doesn't mean you don't really pay anymore. You pay the same, and I may get some small commission, which does help my channel. But anyway, it may help you to have one of these. We can go and park the car now. With our working radio. Anybody owns a Mazda like this? They are very nice, actually. Very nice cars. I really wonder how you can record on a station. Well, I used to have a camera. Now I don't. Now I'm gonna take this out so you guys can follow me. With millions of seats in it. Well, not that, just okay, so definitely happy with the radio working here. So will be the person who buys the car, because I had someone yesterday really interested in the car, and I said to him about I mentioned the radio. And he said that he would want another radio. Okay, that locks. Right. Oh, I need my phone. Supposed to lock itself. Okay, it's locked itself, and kind of getting cold, and that kind of freezy cold where you think it's going to snow. Got my lunch. So you guys can join me in lunch here. Anyone knows who that is? Maybe not. So I'm gonna close the gates. I'm actually probably gonna go home after this. Hello. I have another multimeter here, but it stopped working. So I think I have to change the battery in it. I'm gonna take it home and try to replace the battery in it. It's one of those big 9-volt batteries on this thing. It's a little bit more sophisticated than the other one I have, if you saw the other one. So, I'm eating some chicken. Do you guys like chicken? Some lovely made chicken by my mom made it yesterday. I'm always moving about from one side to the other like a headless chicken. Literally. There is so much to do, right? So many things to do, endless jobs, but we must always remember to take some time for having a break, a holiday. If you work hard, you definitely have to have holidays because they help you sort of focus, right? You come back a little bit refreshed and then you can focus on the job again until your next holiday. Who enjoys holidays here? What is your favorite holiday destination? I went to Dubai earlier this month. Actually, January. It was very nice. Those buildings are something else. Looks like I owe some rent. I have to pay my rent. But more money goes out than money that comes in, right? That seems to be the case these days. Unless you have a really good job, like, you know, those jobs that some people have that are paid, so highly paid. I definitely don't have one of those, so I'm always struggling with bills. But who isn't? But anyway, guys, well, thank you for joining me today. If you join me, thank you for joining the replacement of the stereo. And I may have somebody buying that car tomorrow, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Need the cash. If not, well, we'll see how it goes. But I already had some interest on the car, so that's good news. I have another car, which is a X3 BMW for sale, and I haven't had much interest for that. I think it's something to do with the obviously the cost of things. Things are expensive. That car is £11,000, and it's difficult to sell. So our car business here might be might not be lasting very long. Plus, I think a lot of people are going electric. What do you guys think about electric? Good or bad? Because I think the production of engine, petrol and diesel engines will end in 2030. That's only a few years from now. Is there what is this? Trying to see if I can get a poll going, like do people like electric cars or not? Do you like the idea of electric cars saving the environment? Is it true or is it not true? Or is it just a way of changing the way cars are made, because maybe we are running out of oil and have to find a new way of running cars? Because here in London it was an incentive to have an electric car. You could go into the congestion zone, ULEZ for free. But now, I think the government has seen that they are losing a lot of money, and then there's going to be new taxation on electric cars. So, is it really saving anything? I don't know. I just don't know. So anyway, guys, don't forget to follow my channel. Give me a like. and you can find and subscribe, obviously. You can find you can find a lot of my videos online of stuff that I do on cars. Lots of tutorials, how to fix your car, how to change the oil, the air filters, the pollen filters. And I have 2 videos coming out every week. So my videos come out on Wednesdays and Sundays. So I try to get at least 2 videos out every week. I used to be a lot more frequent than that, but life got very busy, and now I have to schedule things a little bit. So I have 2 videos going out per week. So, and that goes for any car, whatever repair I have to do will be there. And having said that, I'm gonna finish my lunch and then I'm gonna go home. So I hope everybody's well. Thank you for watching, joining, and we'll see you on the next video. Until the next time, bye for now.